All right, so for today's video, we are going to rank all of the ESBC trailers from best to worst. Now, this is going to be in a unique way because I'm not going to just be like, which is the best one, just off of face value. Like if there was nothing attached to it, there was no context. It's just, oh, well, obviously the latest trailers are always going to be better than the older trailers, but I'm going to rate them in terms of significance. Now let's go ahead and break it down. Now for this, I'm just going to rank the trailers that actually had gameplay or showing two people fighting each other to some extent. So there's only been 5 showing combat to some extent. So those are the ones that we're gonna touch on. So number 5 is the first ever trailer they ever released. Now this bad boy wasn't it didn't move the needle. Let's put it that way. It didn't move the needle whatsoever. The amount of impact that it had was very, very minimal. It didn't do much in terms of putting their name out there. At the time, yes, they were showing that they were partnering up with very important people, very important companies, but it didn't get ESBC notice. And it's probably because, let's be honest, look at this. It looks somewhat like a mobile game. There's some decent things happening, like him having his arm stuck out there, but it still looks not good. The way the animations are, it looks very floaty. It doesn't look good. And it didn't give anybody a good impression. But when the devs talked about this trailer, they explained that this was just a trailer of proof of concept. This was not the gameplay that they were actually working on. It was just a trailer to get the word out there while they continued to work on the gameplay aspects. Apparently, when this trailer came out, they didn't really even map textures yet to the fighters or anything like that. So it's safe to say that this was a very poor representation of the game because it wasn't a representation at all. They were just trying to garner a little bit of attention behind the company that they were making a boxing game, a licensed boxing game. And now trailer number 4 in terms of impact is the July trailer from 2021. Now, this trailer was awesome. It was amazing. It showed us so many different things. It showed us that you could do manual blocking. It showed us that you could punch while blocking. It showed head movement and slipping and so many different things. How the footwork system would work, where you could toggle free roam movement and textbook movement. So it was very important and created a huge buzz when there was kind of a drought in actual trailers. It created a huge buzz for ESBC and showed how deep they were actually going to try to take this game and how far they were going to take it. It even showed snippets of career mode. So this trailer was very, very well put together and had a very good impact on the community as a whole. And now trailer number 3 will go to this newest trailer that dropped in February. This trailer is amazing. It was important too because it is showing that they are improving consistently on something that everyone is talking about, which is the punches. How good do the punches look? How good have they gotten since the last trailer? And every time they show us the trailers, the punches are constantly improved over and over and over again. And that was the most important thing coming out of this trailer that everyone was anticipating, the punches. And they passed with flying colors. Of course, there are still things that need to be sharpened, but every game has that situation. There are still boatloads of things that needed to be sharpened in Fight Night Champion, and that game actually released. This game is still in alpha, and they're showing that they have their best foot forward when it comes to the punches. They also showed us inside fighting, which was amazing, and the combination flows, which also looked good. Without a doubt, this was one of their best trailers to release, and in terms of impact, I think it's justified to make this top 3. Now, number 2 is the Alpha Footwork trailer. Now, the reason that this is probably one of the most important trailers to ever drop is because I think this started the actual revving of the engine, or the small snowball started to roll down the icy and snowy mountain before it became a behemoth at this point. Because before this, we didn't know how it was going to look in terms of two people fighting each other, what the graphics were going to look like. We didn't know. We had no idea. But this gave us the indication that we're getting a real boxing game. Granted, of course, a lot of work still needed to be done, but just seeing that footwork and how they're moving their feet and how they're positioning themselves and how they're moving around the ring, it was something that we've never seen before in a boxing video game, and it piqued everyone's interest. This was a trailer that started the whole conversation of ESBC, where other content creators, bigger content creators, started talking about ESBC. People like Marshall Mind, people like Showbiz the Adult. This trailer created the spark that was needed for ESBC to be this behemoth that we have now. I truly believe had this trailer not been so well received, we would have probably gotten ESBC back in December of 2020 in early access, and it would still probably be in early access to this day. But luckily that didn't happen, because although, yeah, sure, we would have wanted it back then, we're going to end up getting a much more fleshed out game because of the influx of investments that came in from the reception that happened from that Alpha Footwork trailer. And the number one trailer, the number one, I feel that had the best impact, the most impact, is the March trailer of 2021. And the reason that I believe this has the biggest impact of all the trailers is because it let us know that they're the big boys. It let us know that they're not playing. That Alpha Movement trailer was cute. This is where we're at right now. You want to see a check punch? Here you go. You want to see improved graphics? Here you go. You want to see massively improved punches? Here you go. You want to see combination strings together? Here you go. You want to know if this is physics-based? It is. And that information of the game being physics-based changed everything. This is actually, I believe at this time, their only trailer to hit 1 million views. This trailer showed us and the world that they are capable of making a AAA style game, of making a game that looks like a AAA game and not like an indie game. This was a trailer that made everyone understand that ESBC is the next great boxing video game. So its impact cannot be understated. The March trailer of 2021 is the trailer that didn't set everything in motion, but planted the flag to show the world that they are here to disrupt the combat sports genre. All right, guys, those are my top 5 listed in terms of impact, not just gameplay. If it was just gameplay, it'll just go in line when they released. This is in terms of the impact. And trust me, I've been following this game since back in 2020 summer. So yes, I know how the impact was between all of these different trailer reveals. Let me know what you guys think is your 5 trailers in terms of impact. Put them down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next one.